we live?
We are live, gentlemen. We are live.
I drink Fanta in the bar for an extra bubbly sensation.
Extra bubbly sensations.
Bubbles.
This isn't.
You two worry me sometimes.
This isn't Fanta. This is an illusion.
What
Viraj,
is an illusion? Yes.
welcome back to the podcast. Today's actually a memorial podcast for our good friend Spike Sullivan.
I can't say that because it was actually Memorial Weekend, so
No one cares.
we'll get cancelled.
Oh, can we? No, I'm not going to cancel. Who's going to? Mate, the people who care about that are not
People
on Facebook. Are not on Instagram. They're not watching us. So this is actually a memorial episode for our good friend Spike Sullivan III, who sadly died of chlamydia this weekend. We lost him, another good friend of ours, dead to chlamydia. But no one wants to talk about the chlamydia deaths per year.
Who is this?
Mate, Spike. Spiky Spikerson. That's our friend, bro. You've forgotten already.
What is he going on about?
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
Are you okay? Have you taken your meds today?
I want to dedicate this episode to our friend Spike Sullivan III Jr., who sadly passed away of chlamydia this week.
I'm very
Spiko.
worried for your kind of mental health, Mr. Mussalam.
Chlamydia is a silent killer
It kills the silence.
Of what?
But it makes silence.
of my hard-ons. Am I right?
Well, today, what are we talking about?
That was the intro. Oh, you know what Viraj vibes is today? Viraj is giving off substitute teacher who just told everyone to read the textbook kind of vibes today.
It's one of those days, though, mate.
Just one of those days.
Put the mic in front of you.
Just one of those days.
Thank you.
Fucking put. No, you want it like that?
Yeah,
It's close.
yeah.
All right.
And now you sound all deep and sexy. And I sound like I'm far away.
Welcome to Smoke Sessions.
What's your favorite part of life? Let's talk about that.
Cooking.
Interesting. What's
Why?
Cooking and eating.
Okay?
Why?
Hey,
Yeah.
big boy.
Why? Why is it?
It's I think that's where I can go into like full meditation mode.
Interesting.
So that's your yoga.
I think so. It's not doing well for me, but it's doing well for
I think
me.
you're meditating too much.
just a smidge, just a little bit.
I was
But
joking
not
about
a
him
lot,
being fat.
but a lot. You haven't been. You've just been trying the methods, but not meditation.
People say I'm fat. I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.
That's what.
I
It's
think
not
you
fat.
just
It's
need. I
power.
think you just need to hit a gym.
Why go to the gym when you can just wear black? Think
This is
about
true.
it. Oh.
What's your favorite? I'm tired today. I'm just tired.
We're all a bit tired.
Just tired.
It's going to be a loosey goosey.
Lucy Goose type of episode.
Zooming in crop our hand. Unity. No longer will the Cypriots and the Indians fight in wars
Why are you looking there and not there?
because I prefer monitor us to camera us.
No, Cameras is the one that needs to be talked to.
Hi, camera us. It's
So
Ali.
break that wall.
For
What,
those-
what is your favorite part of life, Miss?
My favorite part of life is stand-up comedy
Why?
because
What value do you bring with stand-up?
I don't bring any value. I just like the free attention I get. I just like knowing that all those people have to listen to me for at least 10 minutes. It's quite satisfying. I'm actually a massive, egotistical, horrible little man, and being up there allows me to exercise that to the maximum of my abilities, you know? Sometimes I try not to make people laugh on purpose, just to ruin their day.
You try not to make people laugh on purpose, just to ruin their day.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And
That's
I think
nice.
that's really healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because I just feel like that's
Very few.
what's right for me. If you do this when saying something, it doesn't matter how horrible what you're saying is, people will think it's like something really healthy. Like, watch this. Ready? I don't think we should support poor people. As opposed to, I don't think we should support poor people.
So you think that putting a hand on your chest
Yeah,
makes it so that makes it seem okay?
Yeah, because it sounds like more genuine. Look, watch, ready? I don't think we should support poor people. I don't think we should support poor people.
Either way, it's still a cunty thing to say.
But that's just my perspective. Do you see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it dampens the blow.
It's very condescending though. At
Yeah.
the same time, it's like, oh, screw you.
What's the most condescending? Oh, what's your happy place?
My
We'll get to that.
my most
Cryptocurrency.
To the moon.
Could avoid.
My favorite part of life is it's the small things. It's like a nice comment or someone saying thank you or meeting a stranger, or it's everything in between all of these bigger things that we do, like it's the build up to a smoke sessions podcast, it's the drive up, it's the build up to a 1 minute smoke show.
That's like so many things. Or trying to fit one thing.
But small little things like along the way, and those are the
If you had to drill down,
if I had to drill down,
just to refine the vast array of things, of little things. What's your favorite out of them? That was a bit.
I think it's just positive interactions with people. You meet a stranger on a train, you have a really nice chat.
It's literally how people go missing.
And just they get off at their stop, you get off at your stop, and just two people just
And then
ways.
you follow them home?
No, I don't. I don't follow
I
them.
do.
I'm not Joe from you.
I mean, we covered that a couple of weeks ago.
I empathise with him, I'm not him.
So you empathise with him?
Shall we just quickly summarise all the partially concerning things Viraj just said on this podcast?
Yeah.
Right. So,
It wasn't empathise, it was I relate to some of it. It wasn't empathise.
he relates to Joe, and he also doesn't mind if someone sleeps with his wife.
Oh, it's been that? Oh, hey.
We can't do a podcast without mentioning that.
But I don't have a wife, so it doesn't really matter for the time being.
Fair. What's the most condescending thing someone can say to you?
I don't know.
Who do you think you are? I find that is like when someone says that to me, I'm like, well, I'm the same as you. I'm just a person.
When they just, also, I don't know, one that's annoying, it's like, oh, I wouldn't do it that way. It's like,
Who hurt you, Ali?
I don't know.
Someone said that to you at work, innit?
That's been said to me at times, and I'm
Yeah.
like, but it's the people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's when it gets really bad. And
Have
I'm
I
like,
said that to you? Because most things you do, I wouldn't do that way.
You must shut your mouth.
That was interesting. You know what? I don't like
What?
when people say, "Oh, your little." Oh, how's your little this going? Or how's your little?
Oh.
How's your little podcast going? Or how's your little comedy thing going?
Give it the respect it
How's your little
deserves.
PhD thing going? Little.
Little.
It's 5'7".
You know what? When someone says, speaking of that, when someone says to me, "How's your side hustle going?" I'm like, oh, it's not a fucking side hustle. It's one of my main fucking jobs.
Yeah.
I boil a little bit inside. I'm like, I don't think you understand how much passion I have for this. I show up every single week and I put stuff out there. What are you doing? That's what I want to say, but I know that's wrong. Because everyone's going on their own journey and they're doing their own things, and some people choose to go out and drink all weekend or do drugs all weekend or whatever, right? But
Drugs are bad.
we choose to make this happen once a week. We choose to put on a show once a month and fill it with a room of people, and that's important, and maintaining relationships. But I find that ticks me off sometimes. When someone says, no, you can't do it, I want to prove them wrong.
I think that's why I did a master's.
Who told you? Who hurt you?
No. I just feel like it's just always like that because setbacks at school and stuff. So you're trying to figure out if I have ADHD or not. Everyone would usually be like, "Oh, lazy," but it like doesn't put any work. And it's like, yes, but I am going to the place every single day, put in the hours for it, and it's just like something's not clicking. So it always annoyed me when it comes back and it's just like, oh, but you just need to focus. Oh, you need to focus. Swear.
They don't teach you how to focus. They just say you need to focus. Like, what does that even mean?
How can you teach someone to focus, though? What?
No, you put things in place. You teach them study techniques. You don't just put them in front of a book and say study.
For it, because it's not like even with fucking whether or not I have ADHD or not. There's still things to train yourself to be a certain way. But it's literally as soon as your brain decides like it's kind of done with something, it's just like the motivation for it is so lax. It's just like, I could live easy just not doing this now. For I don't know what reason.
Why isn't like this? You could just get up and dash.
Certain things, it's like as soon as the dopamine runs out, it's just like,
Interesting.
I'm so done with this.
Reserve level fuel.
It's literally that. It's usually like all the way up, and then it will just slowly run out, and then done. When it's out, it's out.
The car runs out of fuel. The car could work if it just had fuel. It just doesn't have any.
Do we turn the lights off in the car? Are they automatic?
Yeah, the lights are off. The lights weren't on. Don't worry about it.
No,
You know what else is a annoying thing that people say?
What?
When you're debating something, right? And they say, "Oh, it's your life.
Whoa.
It's your life."
It's your life. Like what?
My mum said that to me the other day, and I was just like, I bit my tongue because I was like, "Oh, we've lost Viraj." Look at him.
No, when they say it's your life,
My mum said that the other day.
just go and live it. Just live your life.
My
What's
mum,
wrong with that?
my
Because
mum,
that's exactly what I'm doing. Why are you telling me how that my very existence is what you're telling me to do? Like it's not just a sentence. It's not like, oh yeah, go and do that and you're about to do it. It's what I'm doing. It's what I've been built. It's why that we are organisms on this earth as humans. We are doing that. I am living my life. That is exactly what I'm doing. And you're telling me to do it. And it's like, what else would I be doing? It's exactly what I'm doing. Why are you telling me that?
But it's
But
like
it's such a
phrase.
flippant answer.
Because but even you recently have been like, oh, I need to start living life. So
No, but when I say living life, it's not that.
exactly, but they mean it like that.
No,
how you
they
mean it
don't
as
mean
well.
it. They just mean it. They say most people when they use that phrase, they use it flippantly. It's like end of a conversation. You go live your life.
oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, I meant it like that.
Oh, I say it's your life.
Oh, it's very
When-
very different perspectives on this.
When I say it's your life, they
Well,
say
I wouldn't
because
do it that way.
They don't agree with your life choices. Your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned to my mum, I was like, oh, we might be able to get an office in Lewisham. Yeah, whatever. And then she was like, that's fine. And I was like, yeah, but you know, it might make sense. And then she said, it's your life. And I was just like,
I guess it's something that
Right.
she's because it's so far off discussing anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, she's just like, well, you know what to do. It's your life. Get with it.
But those are two different your lives. To me, those are two different your lives.
Yeah, but
One
you're
of them
thinking
is-
of it
One
end
second,
of
Viraj.
sentence.
I'm just looking for the nerve I touched. I don't-
With this,
Have you ever been in a situation, right, where you've said something to someone
Yeah.
and you had no clue it was going to turning into an argument? You just said something. You were actually just messing
oh
around.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
explode
yeah.
on you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're like,
absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
mad when that happens.
I always seem to get myself out of it though.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get myself out of it.
Yeah, what did you want?
He
I
doubles
said,
down probably.
I-
He's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
tell us.
When I was in India, the Black Lives Matter movement was happening,
Oh, this.
and I'd woken up from
What
sleep.
did you do?
I
Viraj?
woken up from a sleep. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was like on my own spiritual journey of figuring out who I'm supposed to be and what I am and working on myself. And plus I had bigger things to deal with, as in myself. I had to deal with living there. So I wasn't paying attention. I saw what was happening. I kind of brushed under the carpet like most people. And someone left a comment on my photo on Instagram. And it was just backlog photos. I was doing that, you know, that black and white collection of photos, the archives. Do you remember we had a conversation about it? And they posted, "Oh, Viraj, hey, I see you're having a great time in India. What is your position on this?" And I was like,
Wait, on a picture?
"Yeah, on my photo, it was
Yeah.
unrelated to the current ongoing Black Lives Matter movement." And she asked me the question, and I was like, "Well, all lives matter, don't they? Like every single life matters." That was where my thought process was, and yeah, I had to go and educate myself. And I
Did
didn't.
she flip on you though?
Bro, the calls I got were just like, what the fuck is going on?
You had to
I was-
write an apology letter.
This is
I
what we were
was
talking
not
about last week.
apologising. But it's
I-
were people angry at you?
Disappointed. I had a very good friend of mine.
It was during the George Floyd time.
Yeah, no, of
I had
course.
a very, very good friend of mine, someone that I consider a brother, call me up and go, "Viraj, I thought better of you, and
Oh, that's pathetic though, because
but
it's
no,
like,
but it wasn't because for me,
But I'll
obviously,
explain why it's pathetic, because I don't want to come across bad.
I get what I said was politically incorrect.
Mm.
It holds weight, as in like no,
No,
it doesn't hold weight.
absolutely
It's
is
politically
incorrect.
Politically incorrect. But the actual 3 words came from a good place. They didn't come from a malicious
Of course
place.
it did.
I didn't realize that at that point in time that All Lives Matter was affiliated to a racist movement.
But it's not really.
No, it is.
No, but it's. I guess so.
They
but
had
it's
aligned
so spread
themselves.
out.
They had aligned themselves to those 3 words,
Yeah.
and no one at the start of
It was
whenever
the
this was happening.
It was categorically used as the counter argument to
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
delegitimize the Black Lives Matter movement.
But no one got together and was like, these 3 words mean this, these 3 words mean that.
And that's
Everyone
what I
just
mean. That's
figuring
why.
it out.
That's why it's like, because for me it came down to slight bit of trend all of a sudden, like absolutely.
I didn't know
you're
what
right,
to
it
do.
should-
I did not
like,
know what to do.
I respect the people that came to you and was like, "Yo, what you said was wrong." Yeah, that's you.
I got a lot of
You can't
respect
say
for
that.
that. They called
Yeah?
me up and were like, look, you did wrong in
But
our
if
eyes.
someone's calling you up and like, I thought more of you. How dare you do? Like, bro,
How
what the
dare
hell?
you?
I
How
had
dare
no-
you?
I had
bro,
no issue
it's
with
like it's something that happens on a comment section.
I had no issue with that because they called me and they wanted to explain, but it was the passion of what was going on.
Yeah,
So I
that's
completely
true.
understand. I'm so far removed from that. You think about me in India, I had like 0 emotions.
Yeah, it was just yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was so far removed from everything that was going on. I had to sit there and listen and be like, yeah, okay, I said something wrong here in the eyes of other people. Let me go and educate myself and let's move forward together.
Because that's one thing that annoys me is like when people see something happening, they feel like they want to educate someone with anger all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
it never works.
It's like, but you can tell the people that are actually like, oh, by the way, you're wrong. Yeah. Instead of, oh my god, I can't believe, like it's.
I wasn't able to get a word in.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To the individual that put the comment on my page.
Yeah.
And on my post, I wasn't able to get a word in, and I sent them an apology, being like, "Look, I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't realize the ramifications of using that phrase. I'm sorry. Here is what I've educated myself on. Let me know if you read them and have any feedback, like just to start a dialogue of trying to understand better. And for me, I thought I was doing more than the average human being.
Can I twist Viraj's words just for entertainment value real quick?
Guang.
Okay. Viraj was too busy doing yoga to account for racial inequality. Or what's that? People are dying. We'll deal with that after I get my certificate.
All stretches matter.
But did they? But did they?
ASMR.
Have they considered downward dog?
So bad.
Fuck's sake.
I don't think yoga's good for you. Because
you
you
wanna go down
can't
this route,
stand.
really?
No, you can't start every morning in doggy style position.
But you don't.
That's not good for you.
You don't start every morning in doggy style position. You
What?
start every
In reverse
yoga.
cowgirl
No.
missionary.
That's the Kama Sutra. 2 different things, missing.
Imagine Ali doing yoga. Have you ever done yoga?
No.
Can we
You have.
please go?
You have.
Yeah,
You have.
I haven't.
I can tell you have.
When?
When you cook, you do yoga.
Oh,
That
here we
I-
go.
When
definitely
you
don't.
do comedy,
Here we
he does yoga.
No, I don't.
How am I doing it?
Because
Standing still and
you
moving
see,
and
this
jumping
is
around.
the
It's
the
just
problem.
The fancy term is
We
like,
went to India.
this is
for the
cooking yoga.
This is it's not cooking yoga. It's nothing to do with that. All right.
This is comedy yoga.
No,
Sorry.
yoga is not what the West has deemed it to be. This physical practice. Yoga is so much more than that. It's physiological, psychological, spiritual. It's everything rolled into one, right? So my yoga is different to your yoga. My yoga I get when I'm editing or I'm in a flow state. That is some sort of yoga. You get that when you're cooking. I see that. You get that when you're driving. I see that. He gets that when he's up on stage. I see that.
I get mine.
We're talking about the stretching one.
So you're talking about the physical practice. That
Yeah.
So when Genghis Khan killed
Oh, yeah,
half
true.
a million
Oh, no.
people, more than that, was that his yoga?
I think you killed a lot more than that.
Yeah, killed a lot,
Yeah,
billions.
yeah.
I think. I think he killed billions.
I think about 40
Nah,
million.
we'll have to fact check that one.
I think I searched it. I might be.
Hey
40
Siri,
million.
can you Siri that?
Siri, how many? No, I don't want media to play louder. Right, Genghis Khan.
Sorry guys, we're just gonna find out how many people Genghis Khan killed. I'm gonna say 500 million people.
40 million people.
40 definitely more. I'm saying more.
Isn't it 7% of the current population
Is related
of the
to
world
him.
is related to him?
Or something like that. I don't think 7.
Or 0.7 maybe. 0.7 of 7 billion is a lot of people.
He had a he. No one knows where he's buried.
Yeah.
I watched a YouTube video on it. So you're saying everything's our yoga?
No, everything in a flow state, I think, is yoga, because you are committing your whole focus to that one thing, and that is yoga.
Do you still do yoga?
Is that
Yeah, every single day.
what's the actual
Really?
is that the definition of the word?
The definition of yoga is chitti vritti ninoda, which is chitti vritti ninoda? I think so. Which is Jesus. To stop the fluxations or the fluxes in the mind. So it's to not to still the mind, not to calm the mind, to allow everything to flow through in a conscious stream of thought, rather than to focus on specific thoughts and dive into them like Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, I'm about to dive in.
Okay.
So when you picture yourself doing yoga, you are not going and parting the tide like Moses did, right? That's not what you're trying to do here. You're not trying to put up a dam to thought. What you're trying to do is imagine yourself by a river, sitting under a tree and watching thought as if it's an Instagram feed, right? Just scrolling through, just rolling through. Not physically giving yourself the mental connection to a single thought, rather just letting the thought flow, speed, slow, and just flow. You're not interacting with the thoughts. You're just watching them come in, go, and that's it. That's yoga. And you should be able to get to a point where you are able to speak between
Isn't
two
this
thoughts.
meditation though?
Yoga is meditation.
Yeah.
So if you do this every day, how come you're such an angry person?
I'm not an angry person.
I've seen you assault 3 people
Okay, well, allegedly.
today. You saw it.
With my eyes.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Your alleged eyes.
Have
never
I
said
have
you.
eyes?
Are you sure?
The hills do have eyes. You've seen that film?
Sorry, what?
It's a terrible film.
Hills have eyes.
I haven't seen that.
It's a horror film.
The
but it's
hills
terrible.
like open up and munch people. They don't.
They kind of do in that film.
Have you seen the Pirates of the
They
Caribbean
get
film?
dragged into the hills.
Or that oh, I'm not, maybe it's not Pirates of the Caribbean, where they come to this island, the island is actually a fish.
Captain Phillips?
Is that what it's called?
No.
I'm so excited.
Said it with chest, didn't it? Do you know why I said Captain
You
Phillips?
wear black,
Do
yeah?
you know why I said Captain Phillips? Pirates, Somali pirates.
Yeah.
Captain.
What, from last week?
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
I was literally
I'm
just
the
editing
captain.
that. I am the captain.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look
I'm
at me.
the captain now.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
I am
Shout out Shamaki.
Sham sham.
Schmarky coming.
Somalis are killing it right now. Big up, listen, Somali community, you guys are killing it in the entertainment industry. Round of applause for the Somali community. Round of applause. You have to respect
And I love
it.
you more than my life.
Can
Wait,
Even
are we
her.
confirming? She's
No, she
smart,
is.
yeah.
Can
you
yeah.
please, like on our TikToks and our reels, add music?
Why?
Because people like that.
Yeah, but what song fits me talking about putting my feelings in a headlock?
I don't know, maybe not all of them, but some of
Dua
them.
Lipa.
She break a waistline. No, leave her.
Got a vibe. Shall I just sing? You guys talk and I'll just sing.
No, please don't do
We'll
that.
make our original
Can
sound.
we talk about
we'll
birthdays?
write the theme tune, sing the theme
Can we
tune.
talk about birthdays?
20,000
And
bitches in the
birthdays.
night.
and reflecting
She
on
make it
24
clap.
years.
You want to talk about yesterday?
We want to talk about
You want to talk about what? Restart that section again because I talked over you.
A
Start.
vegetarian
I wanna
ordered a
talk
plate
about-
of meat.
No, hang on. Let him say it.
I want to talk about reflecting on 24 years of life.
Okay.
I lived for 24 years and a half.
What have you learned?
Almost. About
Oh,
24 years and a third.
What have you learned? in
He's
that
learned
time?
fuck.
I learned media stuff.
Shall I tell you what I've learned?
I learned life. I don't know. There's loads of stuff I learned.
Shall I tell you what I've learned in my 25 years of life?
Please.
Always check that there's an adequate
you're
amount of
old.
loo roll before you have a poo in public. That's an important
yeah,
one.
no, that's a
That
good
is an
one.
important one.
But that's kind of like a live and you learn.
Also have an idea of where there are clean toilets around London if you commute around London a lot. So for example, when I'm in the West End and I need a poo, I go to the Seven Dials Market. The toilets there are impeccable. The best public toilets I've ever seen.
They're public. I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I always walk into a hotel.
Mate, the Seven Dials hotels, market, toilets, cleaning my toilet at home.
Mad.
Yeah.
Public toilets.
Impeccable. You take a poo and then there's like a little woman, let's call her Venezuela, right? She's as soon as you open the door, she's like,
Gonna-
clean now?
You're going to go full racist
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, she wipes the bum for you. It's very nice. Bless her.
This guy. Toilets around London. This is what you've learned in 25 years.
25 years, that's what I've learned. Also, make sure you clean your belly button because it can smell after a while.
Have you learned this recently?
This is your fat. This is why.
It's not because I'm fat.
Can you see your belly button? When was the last time?
You're washing twice a day now, yeah?
Cover me, I want to check if I can see my belly button. I can. This is a family-friendly show.
Why do you think that, as we grow older, or as we've left uni, our friendship group sinks? Doesn't sink, it becomes significantly smaller than the people you want to spend time with.
No answer.
Please, Mr. Psychologist.
Because your time decreases, and therefore your time becomes more valuable.
Yep.
That's literally the formula.
But isn't it mad? We were in a place with thousands of people that you used to interact with every single day for 3 years, and then suddenly it's all gone.
It was fun.
Well, you had your fake friends at uni. You had those people that you'd see on nights out, and you'd be like, "My guy, you good? Yeah, we need to chill still." And you'd see him the next in the library, and you'd be like,
"Yeah, I did that all the time. It was so fun."
Ali has a voice when he's talking to someone he doesn't really want to chat
I don't realise.
He does, but you do it. So he'll be like,
I think he made me clock once, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
So when he's talking to someone he doesn't really know, but he's trying to be like,
he
really
over exaggerates
polite.
it so much.
Oh, you telling me?
I don't sound like that.
Are you telling me?
I don't sound like
it's
that.
It's true, he does it.
I don't sound
What
like
are you
that.
telling me? My guy. My guy.
This is to someone that he doesn't want to talk to, yeah? I know straight up you do that.
My guy.
Say.
When
it may be with people I don't want to talk to.
You know what's even worse? Now everyone knows.
Oh, fuck them. They can
when,
fuck right up.
When someone says, my guy, that means they don't know your name.
Someone could literally repeat their name to me about 50 times. I won't remember it.
Well, you remember the face. You remember the face.
I remember their face, but I won't remember their name until I need to say their name.
You know, something
until I need to call their name, I'm not going to remember it.
This is
That took me 24 years to learn.
This is a bit of a sidetrack. But your friend David from Royal Holloway, who's on TikTok.
Yeah.
What's his surname?
David Larby.
Oh, he's sick.
What I give David credit for, he makes really good videos about like little things that we do in our everyday life.
Yeah.
That we all do, but no one ever mentions that they do, right?
Yeah,
and it just gave me an idea of a video I want to make, where of like me meeting someone for the first time, and then like in like little asterisks, me forgetting their name almost immediately, or me forgetting to listen to their answer.
Okay, can we talk about
I always do that. I forget people's names.
Because you know your ability to create that and like see that and turn it into something.
Yeah, David's really good at
David's sick at that. David.
Yeah. Big up David.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he just got his blue tick on TikTok. So kudos to you. You put in the work. I'm happy for you, brother. Keep it up. I want to see you do.
Why are you pointing at him?
stuff.
Why are you pointing at him?
Because I want to point at him. I want him to see.
Doesn't want to
this.
be pointed at.
Yeah, he's coming on the podcast, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That'd be wicked.
At some point, once he's finished his album.
Oh, cool. I'd love to listen to it.
I can't see that. Like I couldn't do that. For me, it feels cheesy for me to do that, but for you to do it, it doesn't. And I can see you doing it and making and pulling it off. With David doing it and pulling it off.
That's because me and David are possibly better than everyone else.
I disagree, but
no.
Oh no. Okay, so what it probably is just. I mean, Adele can sing. I can't. You can edit stuff really well. You wanna let me?
I can talk to people really well as well. Listen, I'm not just an editor.
One time
the
when we were at uni in the library, Muslim came to show me a poster.
It was salmon. It was salmon and blue.
It was salmon instead of white background.
And nothing was aligned.
And like the writing was like kind of red. It literally looked like looked like a leaflet for like an 8-year-old's fucking coffee shop in the countryside.
Let me show you something I made the other day, bro. I'm getting better. I have been getting better recently at designing
Have
stuff.
you been getting better at it recently?
Yeah. But you guys will acknowledge this. The stuff I made for 1 Minute Smoke was decent. Very basic, but decent.
Yeah. Well, actually, we need to work on that. Definitely.
One sec, you guys keep talking.
Of content.
I don't know where it is now.
1 minute smoke.
You guys keep talking.
Do you like doing that? Are you having fun with that?
Huh?
Are you having fun with that?
Don't talk to me like that.
I think we should all get headphones to this.
Why?
I don't know. I just kind of like it.
We've burdened you on that.
You have. I want a dedicated.
No,
kit,
no,
and
I'm
I sit
talking
here
about-
and do everything else.
Hi.
No, I'm talking about the actual presenting side.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna use a baseball analogy for our dynamic on this podcast,
Please.
right?
Oven mitts.
You're the pitcher, I'm the batter. Innit? He throws the ball, I bat it.
I'm the field.
But it's always like, but if you think about it, but if you think about it, that has been our relationship. I will throw questions to you guys, you will answer them, and then we'll have a back and forth conversation.
Yeah, you could be sitting there in silence and Viraj would be like, what's your take on the Eiffel Tower?
My brother's like that. Is he on the phone?
Yes, he is.
It's probably... It's a myth. He's probably talking about, like, vaccines. I don't know.
Vaccination station
Yeah.
to the nation.
You think we're going into another lockdown?
I hope not.
I think we are.
You hope so. You just want it in line with Tiger King. Season 2.
If that could happen, that'd be nice. If we could have a week lockdown so I can concentrate on
That'd
Tiger
be
King,
lovely.
that'd be lovely. If it was a week lockdown, I wouldn't consider it a lockdown. I'd just talk it. Let's take a break. Everything's cancelled.
We could all do it. We could all do a bit of a break again. Just give it a month. That'd be nice.
You know what I'm looking forward
That'd
to?
be nice.
You know that week from Christmas Day to New Year's, yeah, where you do nothing apart from eat leftovers and watch films. That's the best week of the year by far.
It's like every week.
I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand doing nothing, man.
No, it's great.
I need that week.
Like, okay, so yesterday
good week.
we
That's
stayed up
full of-
late,
that's
right?
full of
Yesterday we
snacks.
stayed up late, and I mentally tried to
We need to
persuade
get
myself
festive.
to not wake up early. And 2 in.the morning comes around, I stick an alarm on for 7 o'clock.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't
Did
do
you
it.
randomly wake up at 2 and was like,
No. I went to bed at 2 after you dropped me home.
oh my god, it was then.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And so the whole drive home, I was mentally preparing myself to wake up at 10 o'clock because I can't. I feel like
Did
I've
you
let
get up at
myself
7
down.
today?
Yeah, I got up at 7. That's why I'm
Why?
tired. Because I can't.
To be fair, I woke up at 7:30 and then I was like, I'm gonna go back to bed.
I want to go to the gym in the afternoon, but in the morning just makes more sense. So it's like,
Shall I do a voiceover of Viraj's morning routine?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? You know, like TikToks. This is a voiceover of Viraj's morning routine. I woke up. Oh, hang on. And scene.
Where are you from?
I wake up at 4 a.m. without an alarm clock because I've trained my body clock to get me up precisely at 4 a.m. As soon as I rise, I shower for the first time and meditate while reading a book in the shower. I then go to the gym and do a 3-hour intense workout, not letting my heartbeat get below 150 beats per minute. I then shower again and consult with my mother for the rest of the day. It is now 7 a.m. At this point, the rest of you peasants are still waking up. Maybe some of you will not be up for another 2 hours.
do you know how much joy I actually get in doing that? When I was able to do
How
that.
accurate was what I just said?
Close.
Okay. Yeah.
Close. I have a whole day before most people have a day, or
He
I
does.
used to at least.
Not one of my days are ever the same.
I wake up
Like,
between
routine,
8
I
and
love
9.
routine.
I hate it,
I love routine.
but I need it. I can't live without it, but I fucking hate it.
Viraj wakes up so ahead of me. Is when I wake up, he's already on tomorrow.
You
I'm
guys
half-
are at
I'm
least
half-
a
I'm
couple
half
months
planned.
ahead of me. At
What
any
time do you?
given
No, you
time.
wake up. You have to wake up.
You
I
have
have to be
wake
at
up.
work at like.
But he's not.
8:30.
He's not awake. He's on autopilot. I think.
What time do you wake up more normally?
I'm not. Oh, physically or mentally?
Physically.
Physically, I have to get at like 7:30 latest.
All right. What about mentally?
9:30.
Okay. I buffer a lot in the morning. I'm fine, but I don't like doing work for the first couple of hours when I'm
No,
awake. I have to do other stuff.
I was when I came back from India in the 1.5 years I've been here, and then I've let myself go. The moment I got up, I was good to go. But I wouldn't for the first hour of the day look at any screens, and I wouldn't talk to anyone. I would
I
try
went
not
for
to
a
chat
phase
to
where I
people.
do that. I think I got it from you.
But I did that on purpose because I just wanted to be with myself and my thoughts, because I wanted to get it all down out and into a diary. I'm thinking about making my diary public and just writing, and doing it online.
There's going to be so much hateful shit in there.
I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. I think that'd be quite cool. And that way it's just there.
If I ever did something like that, it's literally just going to be me cussing everything I hate.
This is going to be Ali's
Yo,
diary.
Diary is so cool, man.
This is gonna-
so useful.
This is going to be Ali's diary. Just give way to the fucking right, you prick.
I've cussed you two in my diary.
Of course.
I've cussed you two in my diary so many times. But most people won't let you read their diary. I'm just open about it.
This is what it says about me in his diary. The lazy fucking prick just sits there.
It's like,
While I do all the work.
those lines have been written.
Yeah.
it's like, I know Ali has an attention span.
Yeah,
but
that
God
has been written.
damn it.
Ali's tardiness from time to time. That has been written down.
Tardiness.
You know what else has been written
What's
in Viraj's
tardiness?
diary though?
Lateness.
Oh yeah. Don't get used to it. You have to be used to it now.
Now I factor in. I factor in Ali timing.
He doesn't.
I'm doing a lot of things to get ready for that moment. It doesn't
Yeah, I'm
matter
aware of that. I'm aware of
how
that.
much I prepare. Something will happen to make sure I'm late. I wasn't late yesterday.
You don't have ADHD. You have AdBlue.
What?
What?
I don't know.
I'm not always funny.
Do you think that
I don't.
your current, like, you know, the way that you operate in life,
No, I operate.
the way that you go about,
That's not the word he would
the way
use.
that you go about life, the way that you go about
Yeah.
do your everyday and stuff,
Mm.
will change when we get this whole metaverse.
Oh,
no!
I hope
Don't use that as a segue into this piece of shit metaverse. What does that? How is that going to change my life?
Because you will spend time not
You will.
in the physical world, but in a.
I
reality
don't want
that's
to be
created.
in something that's not real.
Why?
We have no choice but to embrace the metaverse.
It's like I'll
For-
dabble in.
Is
but
it going
like,
to change the world? Yes. It's going to
Yeah.
change so many things.
You
what's
might
it-
work in
what's-
the metaverse for all we know. You might
You
literally
will.
work there. That might be your office. If the company you work for at the time decides to embrace it, that
How
might
is
be your
that a
office.
thing?
What do you mean, how is that a thing? You have people from all over the globe coming into one room. The biggest issue that
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to have like a meeting. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
People
But like,
ask-
not like I'm not like it's like well, you can build a fucking family on Metaverse.
Yeah, no, yeah, people will.
And like, oh, you're gonna have a
People will.
dog. You're gonna be sad when it dies.
Well, Ali,
Yeah.
you're saying this because you're pretty satisfied with the social dynamics in your life. Most people are not. People are gonna be whoever they want to be in there.
Actually,
wanna
yeah, to
be-
be fair,
Did you,
there's a lot
in that
Japan
moment,
about,
did you have to click from comedy missing to PhD missing? Because I did.
No,
He went,
I'm
he-
so used to his bullshit for so long.
I just lied about what I said. It's not true.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, good.
The togetherness.
Togetherness.
I think it holds weight, some sort of weight, though.
No,
Because-
what I said is absolutely true.
No,
People
yeah,
are
well,
gonna build.
Thank you.
People are gonna build imagined communities on there, right? Where they are the center of it. It's one of the reasons why people join cults and stuff. It's because they don't have enough meaning in their life,
It's
so
like
they
why
join
Club
this place.
Penguin was so cool.
Yeah.
Why what?
Club Penguin was so cool.
Club Penguins.
You could just be a little loser kid, but on Club Penguin you've got like the best penguins. I don't know how it
Oh,
works.
no one's a fucking loser.
That like see, but that's like a fantasy, I guess.
Yeah, but this is just a fantasy that makes it look real.
Immersive.
More immersive.
This whole Black Mirror life is like there's so many like there's a few scenarios in Black Mirror that have become true. Like
Yep.
everything's about likes.
I-
Everything is like that's what's like. I'm starting to hate ad marketing. I hate it because everything's like, oh, yeah, if you do this, you can get likes. Oh, if you're an artist, if you do this, you'll get likes. If you go into the show, if you go and do this, and everyone's just trying to put on a facade. Like now, I feel like now.
I was thinking about this yesterday. No one is really authentic. Everyone is just, when you open up a YouTube channel these days, it's, oh, subscribe to our channel, da-da-da. The subscribers like this and da-da. It's like, I want to see you. I want to see something that you do in your daily life. Like, you show me this kid, and it's it's like some 13-year-old.
Oh, bro, I don't know how like you're so obsessed with this kid. It's
No,
hilarious.
but
it's just such a
it's
fragment of the internet.
It's a 5-minute video,
It's like a minute.
video of him just getting angry at the camera and kind of
It's
just bugging out
hilarious.
and screaming at the camera. And for some reason,
That's really
raw-
clicked with you.
in that the rawest moment, that was a great piece of documentation of that kid's life.
Yeah.
Because you can look back on it and you can crack up every single time.
I like YouTubers that really go through like either you can just tell they're having loads of fun, or actually, to be honest, the ones that just have loads of fun.
It's like all of these
Well, I like
shows,
Nell.
right? Yeah, shows are
Yeah,
just,
I mean
yeah,
that's
no,
why
they're
like
just
they
having
like
fun.
as much as they do quite maybe perceived as pretentious things, you can tell they're just having
It's the time of
loads
their
of
It's
lives.
like,
fun.
but it's the disparity between and the juxtaposition of them going out and partying and spending like thousands of dollars on cars and buying people watches and getting them laid, to also just doing stupid pranks,
yeah, just dumb shit.
just dumb shit. And you're like, well, that makes sense, which it doesn't, but somehow does. Like for us, sometimes I think like why does it need to be so high grade and high quality? It's because everyone else wants that. Why can't it just be gritty? Why can't it be on some pixelated camera?
Also, but it is fun to make a great product.
Oh no, I agree, absolutely.
It's when it's like striving for the flow of it. It's like, please subscribe, do this, do that, do this. I need this many likes to release this. It's like, fuck's sake.
It's like a call to
this
action, and now you're trying to force my
it's
behavior.
like this level of engagement starts to become very forced. It's like, you don't want to make people already willing to watch your stuff, and like forcing them to almost labor for you to do it. And I get it. It's like it helps you get paid, but it's like, I don't know. It's like this whole fine line of there is a justification for it, and it just feels wrong at the same time.
For me, it's like you have a fan, right? If the people watching this are fans of what we create, and then you get super fans, individuals that think about your content and you 24/7, 365. It's like,
It's kind of creepy.
what else are you doing with this life that you've been given, this 100 years potentially, and you're thinking about us,
Not the way we eat.
like, how is that? How mad is that? But that, for me, that's mind blowing. They are spending a significant proportion of their life thinking about us sitting in a lounge in England talking about some crazy shit.
Do we have any of those?
No, but I'm
think we
saying
do.
at some point there might be people out there, like
I
there are
don't
people
wanna
that
meet 'em.
people
I
like
don't
people
wanna
that
meet
follow
those
like
people.
Kim Kardashian will sit there and binge everything that she creates, the Instagram stories, and then you're having a conversation about that someone's life that you don't even know. It's like, oh, did you see her in that dress? I'm like, I don't know her.
Like reaction videos. Like, I don't get me wrong. Some reaction videos are so funny, but then it's like some people just literally sit there to watch it, and they're not doing anything. Like they just watch something, and you're just watching them watch something.
But isn't that why people like watching?
It's
Gogglebox?
mindless. That's why they watch
No,
it.
but then there's reviews and they're
easy to
giving like
watch.
an opinion and being like, this is cool, this is sick,
So for
having
me,
some comedy and
a
things
great
like that.
a great one are the two American guys that review like English drill and trap and.
I like
Zeus.
watching those
Is
videos.
that
Zeus.
is
They're
that
always
them?
creasing.
Yeah, they're
that
always
stuff.
creasing those guys,
Zeus.
and
I
I had them
watching
in mind as well.
that's what is cool content. That is some cool shit. That's someone's opinion. That's someone actually, like, we sit in the car and you put on a good song and I'll sit there and I go, the beat is layered and this is good, but I don't like that bit.
Yeah, but then there's people that are just like, oh yeah, this is cool. All right, anything? Yeah, this sounds nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is all right. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Don't know how we got into this, but yeah.
Metaverse.
So
Fuck the metaverse.
I have a solution for
So
social
weird.
media,
Go on.
right? And the metaverse. I think we should impose a ban. Social media nerds, so the people who build these algorithms and stuff, they are banned from watching sci-fi and films and series like Black Mirror because it seems like they watch it
And then
and
they
go,
make it.
we can do that.
It's like
And
Zuck's.
we should let that happen.
Zuckerberg's whole presentation, that PowerPoint, whatever you want to call it, right? Immersive
I find
experience.
them so weird.
He took every other person's basically idea of what a metaverse might look like, and he was the first one to put it on paper and say, we're going to make this. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I think it's amazing that he's going forward with it because it brings to life something that people have fantasized about for years since technology came about. But it's going to be controlled by Meta, by the Facebook, by him.
You know what's
This is
interesting?
his version
But
of
you
the
do
metaverse.
realise
It's not open source.
all of it is literally just for advertising.
Yeah, well, how do you make money? We sell ads.
I know, but it's just
You know what's
I'm
interesting?
starting to hate advertising. I used to love it, and it's just turning into this.
Sick advertising you like.
Sick advertising I love, like proper care behind it. But what is this bullshit?
Go on.
Two things that I don't get, right? Well, I get, but I just think are so bold, especially on Mark Zuckerberg's part as the CEO of Facebook, right? When the entire world is telling you, stop or slow down because your product, Facebook, is killing people, literally now killing people. There's causal effects. There's studies that show that Facebook and social media in general can at times be responsible for murders and death because of the misinformation that spreads on those platforms. When the whole world is saying your algorithm is dangerous, he leans into it and introduces a product like the metaverse in this moment in time when we're just about ready to have this discussion about algorithms and their negative consequences. His ass introduces the metaverse, which, you know what says to me, right, and to governments around the world, F you guys, you have no control over what we can and can't do, and we're going to keep doing it. They have monopolized the news industry.
Yep.
They control news. They literally went to war with Australia and essentially won.
But it's mad that you get news from Facebook. So just watch a news channel or just ask your mate.
No one does
News
that
channels
anymore.
are the same.
No one does that
bullshit.
anymore.
Everything's all you never.
I don't
never
even
gonna
watch
know.
news. I don't even watch news. I just ask educated people I think are educated on their opinions, and I formulate my own.
Like there's a certain degree where you have to believe someone. Even as I say with your PhD, there's a certain degree where you just have to be like, I have to.
You have to say that
there's things in place to make this legitimate. Even then, it could all be bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's why
It's like-
that's
and
why
that's the
economics I
scary
just
thing
think is a
about it.
fugazi. It doesn't exist. It's just
I
this
guess
man-made product.
that might be why conspiracy theorists think so deep about stuff.
That's why I would say when people say, oh, when I work on misinformation interventions, when people ask me, would this intervention be effective on someone who's really down the rabbit hole of the conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah.
And firmly believes them every inch of their heart. I say straight up, probably not. No. Those aren't the people we can help. Those people are very hard to help.
At least you're honest about it.
Yeah, but in science you have to be honest, otherwise what's the point? What is the point?
Yeah.
How long have we done?
46 minutes.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the metaverse. I think it's going to bring a lot and change a lot of the ways that
I think it's
that
going
we
to kill
do
a lot of
things.
people.
I think it will do
Well,
that.
like, can you imagine? It's like situations where
Well, I love tech.
there's a lot of things in life that you learn through not being able to escape it.
Mm-hmm.
It really builds character in many situations through life.
That's a nuanced point you're
Yeah.
making right now. I
And
like it.
and the fact that you social media is already a place where you can make a different perception of your life. But then this metaverse thing kind of just introduces a whole different source of escapism.
It's social media on steroids.
Yeah, it's like we
with
already have
adrenaline, and it's got a constant stream of it.
consistent. It's like, but it's different. Like for example, there's different kinds of forms of escapism. You can listen to music, you can watch a film, you can watch a TV show.
It's one of mine. Escapism is watching films.
And they're already got talked about as, oh, this is causing this, and this might watching a film might cause like a shooting, like it's some stuff like that. It's like this is nuts. It's like imagine growing up as a teenager and then all of a sudden like people are gonna go missing. They're just gonna be in their room like fucking turning into potatoes just because they're glued to this reality where they're just probably sitting down and living it.
Now you literally have two physical realities. It isn't just an
What do
online
you mean
reality.
two physical realities? This is just the beginning. You think people aren't going to start doing, like, you think not going to be modifications to this
No,
shit?
no.
People
What-
are going to make servers and stuff like this. It's going to expand.
But that's my point, is that
Like crazy.
with the metaverse, with Zuck's version of the metaverse, you will have your real life, and then you will have a literal online life.
Start Player One. What's that?
Yeah, Ready
film?
Player One.
Ready
It's
Player One.
literally going to be that. That is what they're going for. Minus the open source. Minus it's free for the world. It's metas.
Hashtag wake up. I'm sorry.
I knew you were going to do it. I was just waiting for when.
Lol.
But you make a good point. You make a really good point there.
I think it's there's always going to have to be a limit on how we evolve through tech.
Absolutely.
Because even through social media, it's reached its kind of peak of this is really toxic now. TikTok, I love TikTok and I hate TikTok. It's a very weird, wonderful
The people that you can
platform.
find on TikTok.
It's
Some of the
unreal, yeah.
individuals that have got amazing things.
Some of
going
the
for them.
creativity you find on there, but then it's like, it's like all around. It's like, but I'd say it's like 5%, 10% of solid, like gold on there. The rest of it is just
Fodder.
kind of just
fodder.
it's so weird. It's just people copying each other. But they're exploiting themselves, copying each other. They don't care anymore. There's no care about it.
It's exactly that. We were having this conversation in the car on the way up. People are doing these trends just so they can be on trend. But you and David, for instance, right, will do trends, but you will also go out and think of things to create. And things that are so nuanced in your lives and so small that most people miss them, and you go, actually, let me do it on that. And that is what I think is incredible about the artists and the creators on these platforms. It's just that we're going to get to a point where there's going to be a reset. we're gonna reach the end of the exponential, and we're at the start of another one now, and it's gonna get real crazy real fast.
There can't be an end to an exponential. But I see what you're saying.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Another one's gonna go. We're just gonna hop off that one onto the next one, and it's just gonna rapidly increase and increase and increase and increase. We're just at the start of whatever is about to happen.
Literally.
I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad.
I'm not looking forward to like it's going to be really cool and I'm hoping it's a gimmick. I'm hoping it's very gimmicky.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's trash.
Yeah.
Just like the iPhone was gimmicky.
Facebook's actually dying. Their numbers are poor at the moment.
Yeah.
In terms of their growth, they're not.
But there's no use. Like, what's the use for Facebook now? What do you use Facebook for?
Are you talking about Facebook or the parent company?
Aunties.
Auntie. Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, Facebook groups is such a big. Like, they have some of the biggest communities.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like following there. But then, I guess because it gives it its own
they've
small
localized that
community.
to just Facebook. Reddit's got some of that, but then Reddit people find complicated to use. Facebook, because they're real characters, you see their profiles and stuff. Like you can feel more attached to it and feel safer. But with Reddit, I've found that it's like I just see a username and it's like, well, who the fuck is this guy or this gal? But Facebook groups is so powerful, so powerful. The amount of knowledge that sits in those groups, the amount of help that sits in those groups, those communities is incredible.
Hate it all. Hate it all. I don't want it to happen.
We really went on a journey on this one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Felt longer than.
Yeah, it did. It's because there's no shisha. And that's it.
Thank you for coming, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Why am I looking over here? I'm going to look over here.
Oh.
Right.